Okay guys, this is a pretty special one. I have plenty of statues in my collection, but this is actually my first half-scale statue, as well as my first Queen Studios piece. This is the half-scale Endgame Captain America, and other than a couple of little nitpicks, I absolutely love this thing. I'll start off by saying that I had to shoot this video in my kitchen because I'm still finishing the space in the collection room where this piece is going to go. So I don't have a ton of room in said kitchen, meaning I don't have a ton of wide full body shots of the statue, but I'm sure you'll be able to find plenty of those online as more reviews start rolling in. But to just give you kind of a rough, dirty sense of the scale here, this is Cap standing next to a 1/3 scale Miles Morales statue, which is actually on about a 5.5-inch tall base. So you can see how huge this guy really is. So let's not waste any more time and dive right into what everyone wants to see, which is the portrait. And this is actually another first because this is my first statue that uses silicone, which is what the entire portrait is made out of. And I'll say right now, it is phenomenal. Combined with the glass eyes, it is eerily lifelike. The paintwork on the silicone is really something else. It legitimately looks like real skin with natural skin tones, with stubble, color gradations all throughout. But what really sells it is the blood and the bruising on the left cheekbone and then on the right jawline. Again, there are color gradations, shading. It has that kind of like wet shine to it that you'd expect from fresh blood and bruising. The realism is especially there on the jawline where you actually see that the blood is splattered onto the chin strap of Cap's helmet. That's just such a cool touch, and it really sells the overall kind of battle damaged aesthetic for me. Not to mention, I think that's an easy 9 out of 10 likeness of Chris Evans. I mean, it's really on point. One of the first and admittedly minor nitpicks is that there's no hairline on the back of the neck coming out from under the helmet. I feel like that would have added even more realism to the piece, but, you know, I'm not really going to be spending a whole lot of time looking at the back of Cap's neck, so it's admittedly a very minor thing. The suit is entirely sculpted, which I'm 100% fine with. I didn't need it to be fabric. The colors are spot on. I love the scales on the torso, both accurate to the movie and harkening back to the classic comic book style. You've got the Avengers logos on the shoulders. The size of the star on the chest is accurate. And then as you move down to the legs and the boots, there's a fair amount of weathering and debris splattering onto the pants and the boots. The paintwork on the base, I think, is okay, but not earth-shattering. I feel like it actually could have been a little darker and not quite so glossy, especially on certain rock and rebar sections. That being said, the star of the show really is the statue itself, and I feel like most people walking into the collection room and seeing this statue aren't even going to notice the base when they see the rest of it. Moving back to the fully intact shield, it looks great. Nice paintwork and weathering, vibrant colors. The broken shield, which came as an early bird pre-order bonus, is really nice too, though I think the paintwork along the break in the shield could have been a little stronger. It kind of looks like the liquid metal from the T-1000 in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Both shields key in really easily to the forearm, and you don't have to mess with any, you know, difficult straps whatsoever, nothing like that. So that's really nice. I didn't film myself doing that, however, or unboxing Cap for that matter, because I didn't have anyone to help me when I was doing it. And this beast is heavy. I definitely recommend having a second person to help you set this guy up if possible. Then over in the other hand, we have Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, which looks great. Paintwork is on point. The symbols carved along the edges really do look great. But this does bring me to my last kind of nitpick on the piece, and that is the hand. Originally, it was supposed to be made of silicone, like the face. At least that's how it was listed. But it ended up being completely sculpted, and I'm actually fine with the fact that it's completely sculpted because I've seen other statues with silicone hands, like the J&D Harley Quinn, that one definitely did not look like the hand was strong enough to hold the accessories, the gun and the bat, for any real length of time. And if the hand here was made of silicone, I'd be nervous that it would eventually give out after holding the hammer for a while. So again, fine with it being sculpted. I actually think that is the better way to go. But the paintwork on the hand definitely doesn't feel like it matches the face. I do wish they had spent a little bit more time and resources on getting the hand a bit better so it at least approaches the quality we see on the portrait. Overall, I can't say enough positive things about this statue. It's the first Queen Studios piece in my collection, the first silicone in the collection, and the first half scale. At that size, you're definitely straddling that line between it feeling like you know, a huge statue or an oddly tiny human being in your house. But I'm very happy to have it in my collection. When you know, we go back to the silicone issue, obviously this is relatively new for you know, high-end collectibles. So, you know, there's a certain amount of risk in going with silicone. We don't know exactly how long it's going to last. Hopefully it, you know, it gets that 30 plus years that they advertise. But, you know, you got to roll the dice sometimes when you try new things. It does come with a powder, a thing of powder and a brush so that you can apply it periodically to the silicone. So that kind of absorbs some of the natural oils that naturally secrete from silicone from time to time. So just read the manual and just kind of stay up on the upkeep, and, you know, I guess we'll just kind of see over time. It is without question an eye-catching, conversation-starting, worthy centerpiece for a collection. All told, with shipping, it came to about $2,500. So you definitely have to factor in the cost as well as the space it takes up, being, you know, 43 inches tall and about 21 inches wide at the base. But for me, I have no hesitation in saying it was 100% worth it. So if you have any other questions, feel free to hit me up on Instagram, and I hope you enjoyed it.